Kevin, I want you to help me here. Forward. What does Speaker Ryan need to do on tax reform to not be John Boehner?
Well, House Speaker Paul Ryan has to get with House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Kevin Brady, and they've got to get on the same page because they cannot afford to have a repeat of what happened with health care, with tax reform. And here's where we can get into the weeds. The border adjustment tax has divided this Republican caucus just as much as health care divided the Republicans last week. And that, of course, puts Speaker Ryan on defense simply because he has been one of the chief proponents of this proposal, a border revenue tax, which he says would create a $1 trillion revenue stream in order to go for other tax cuts. But again, this is quite controversial.
Okay, I put out a photo this weekend of Kevin a few years before you were born. It was Tip O'Neill and Ronald Reagan, and critically sitting next to them was Congressman Bob Michael, who's been on the show a number of times. Love to have him on. Where's the Tip O'Neill? Where's the Ronald Reagan? And critically, where's the Bob Michael?
Well, this is where it gets interesting, because when you look at what happened last week on the political puppeteering side of things, you have folks like Senator Ted Cruz, Senator Rand Paul in the upper chamber who were rallying the troops every step of the way in the House Freedom Caucus after every single meeting that they had with the White House. But look, this is a president who lost the Iowa caucus and came back and won the New Hampshire primary. And I think that he showed on the campaign trail that he would be able to adjust. Back then, he was criticized for not having a ground game. Now he's being criticized, Tom, for not having a whip operation, not having the congressional liaisons to get the deal through. Let's see if he can make that happen.
Right. How does he get an economic deal through, Kevin? Does he need to focus on specific tax cuts? Is there something that the president can do to regain credibility at this point?
Well, I think the reporting over the weekend, Francine, showed that that he perhaps didn't have the policy-specific details that he needed in order to do so. But I can also tell you that when I speak with sources on Capitol Hill, especially on the House Ways and Means Committee, they feel that the tax reform perhaps would have been a better place to start. But given the procedural mechanisms that they went about, it wouldn't have been possible. So this is all on the line. The stakes have never been higher for this administration in terms of policy, because if they can't get this done, they can't get anything done.